absolute Batman's rampage against the Klan. This is the most violent I've seen him so far, so let's get right into it. The issue kicks off with a flashback of Thomas Wayne reading a newspaper of an extremist bombing in Gotham. Young Bruce is like, why did they do that, Pops? But Thomas doesn't have the answers. What do we do? How do we make them stop? I don't know. I'm one person. I don't know how to fix the world, but I know what I'm good at. Teaching. Every student he meets, he has a chance to make a difference in their life. So maybe someday one of his students won't make the same mistake as these people. Then he starts playing with Bruce's hair. What about you, kiddo? What will you do? We see future Bruce as Batman with a flamethrower standing on white nationalists while he burns down their facility. One of the coldest panels I ever seen. But to find out how he got in that situation, we go back to when he arrived at Slaughter Swamp City. While driving by, he spotted a whole bunch of tents with priests down there handing out food. After looking around, he starts driving again and arrives at his destination. It was a pawn shop, and inside we see all the weapons that Bruce requested. Shotgunianas, flamethrowers, explosives, rubber bullets, damn near everything. Everything's non-lethal, right? Less lethal. Bruce like, that'll work. Then he hands bro a stack of cash. While he loads up the weapons on his pickup truck, he asks the worker, what's up with that large project on the edge of town? What y'all got going on? Some company came in with big money and big promises. 3 months into construction, they up and left. Just like that? Who knows why? What's left is what you saw when you drove in. So where are all those people from? Hell if I know. Came looking for something better. Didn't find it. Mid-convo, Bruce hears some yelling from an alley. We aren't doing anything, stop! We told your asses you can't be here. The owner tells him to not interfere, but Bruce can't, and he runs to the alley, where he sees 3 dudes wearing pig masks mugging an immigrant lady and her son. Por favor, basta. What language are you spitting at us, huh? Don't you know where you are? This town belongs to us. You're the stranger here. You're the one that doesn't belong. One of them rips the son's bag, then tells him, time to grow up, kid. Get ready for a beating. But Bruce comes in just in time and hits bro with a mean-ass left. The pig gang tells Bruce he's making a big mistake. We'll see. At that moment, the owner clocks Bruce in the back of the head with a wrench. Shoulda listened, city boy. Whole time, the owner was associated with them. Their racist leader, DJ, pulled up, demanding to know what's going on. We got an outer-towner with a savior complex. Bruce tells the immigrants to run. Then DJ kicks him in the stomach, saying, I love city boys. He says tonight's the night they get payback on their city for trying to embrace immigrants. All that changes now, starting with you. And they all start jumping Bruce, stopping his ass. But out of nowhere, one of the priests jumps on top of Bruce, telling them to stop. Father Peter, get out the way. Jeffrey, I've known you since before you could walk. This isn't you. Jeffrey takes off his mask, guilty, knowing the priest is right. But DJ tells them to leave them bitches on the ground where they belong. Let's do what we came here to do. And they all hop on their bikes, ready to complete their mission. Later, Bruce wakes up on a couch in the home of the priest. He patched up Bruce the best way he could, because the hospital's like an hour away. Bruce gets up and grabs a picture of the priest protesting. Is this you? He explains a long time ago, he made a lot of friends during that time. They were all chasing peace in what looked like a never-ending journey. Bruce then asked them what's up with the tattoo on the pig gang's arm. 6 months ago, we had an outsider come, recruiting. I don't know much about him, except that he's been filling the holes in the hearts of our boys, of all the men here really. He's given them a dark place to go. And tonight they plan on running all the immigrants in the encampment out of town by midnight by any means necessary. After hearing that, Batman puts his flannel on and walks out the crib, and we see that they burned his car. Where are you going? What are you going to do? Sometimes peace isn't an option. Sometimes words don't work. Our boy Bruce is determined. At the encampment, we see the racist gang observing them, but luckily the police pulled up, telling DJ he can't go through with this. But then they look at each other. Them boys were trolling. They're actually in on it. Good to have you here, brothers. Good to have you all here. Let's go clean up this town. Then DJ and the gang charge at the encampment, and he's hitting people with his Negan bat. Do you see us? Do you see me? I am the truth. I am power, pure power, white power. Absolute Batman pulled up and snapped his arm. Another member runs at Batman, but he gets kicked in the jaw. Hey, yo, shoot this mother. But Bruce not trying to hear that shit. He grabs the cop, lifts him above his head, and slams him on the ground. The pawn shop owner puts his gun to the young kid's head. Don't move any closer. I'll do it, man. I'll do it, man. Batman throws 3 batarangs at bro's face, then hits him with the strongest knee to the face I ever seen. Damn! Knocking his ass out. He peeped that keys fell out the owner's pocket, so he grabbed them shits. Then he walked over to DJ, who's reaching for the Glockiana. Get away! Get away! He shoots at Batman but misses. Then Batman viciously punches him in the face. Boom! 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 He's clobbering his ass multiple times until that priest jumped in between them saying, "Stop!" Batman's like, "What are you doing? This won't fix it. It won't. I don't know how to make it better. I only know how to not make it worse. Please, this isn't the way. This is my way." Batman ain't trying to hear that shit, and I'm with him. The rest of the gang ran back to one of their bases. Boys, they got DJ. Somebody came at us. Somebody huge. Batman, with the pawn shop owner's keys, stands in the thunder ore farming. And we see he's staring at the pawn shop owner's big ass dump truck. So this is how he got his absolute Batmobile. He hops in and turns that shit on while we see that gang strap up, waiting for his arrival. One says, "Why didn't you grab more guns? We just came from there. Everything's gone." One looks out the window. Oh my God, get back, get boom! Batman rams into the building with the dump truck. Bro's running them over, he don't give no damns. He kicks the door open and the gang starts shooting. But before they could reload, Bruce hopped out with his axe and started slicing and dicing them. Get back, you can't do this, we're human beings. Nah. You're roaches. Then he pulled out that flamethrower and started burning up their building and bro's arm. After that, he sees the priest pulled up with a med kit and he started helping the racist burn victim. Why? You have your way and I have mine. We see Bruce riding home in the dump truck, thinking back on that flashback with his dad. They're looking at a picture and Bruce says his dad was really cool. He was making a difference. I'm gonna be just like you, Dad. And we see they're looking at that same picture with the priest, cause his dad was there with them. We barely knew what we were doing then, but I guess I barely know what I'm doing now. But you, Bruce, I know your nature. I know who you are deep down. You have a strong and compassionate heart. All you have to do is be yourself. No matter what you do, I'll always be proud of you. The chapter ends with Bruce sitting in front of his truck while wrapping his arms around himself. This is by far one of my favorite absolute Batman issues so far. Everything about it was chef kiss. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. And on that note, I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time. Yeah.